Love that song. Love that song. Okay. Good morning, beloveds. How about an upgrade? Are you ready after that? You're wide open. Your heart's open. We're just blubber. We're just all good spiritual blubber. So I begin with the first slide. The next one. Oh, I hate it when I'm talking to myself and suddenly realize I wasn't paying attention and then have to start all over. Have you been there? Yeah, I have too. Paying attention to what? Well, for today's lesson, it is paying attention to our intentions. It's important we pay attention to our intentions. And that's the focus of today's lesson. Well, why should we focus upon our intentions? What do you think? Anybody?
Make stuff happen.
Yep, stuff happen.
Choosing.
Yeah, good. Ernest Holmes tells us, the Science of Mind textbook, and I quote, "What we concentrate in attention, this is done through our intention and a willingness to hold thought centered until form appears," end quote. We concentrate with full attention. That's our intention. And we focus in. And I was taught early in life not to hold thought necessarily. So I read this and understand it a little different now. It's the concentration of that thought. It's the hold. Not that you're afraid to lose anything, but it's a more focused energy. And aren't we just a bundle of energy walking around here, sharing with each other, feeling it today with the music and the sound and all of us here. So what we concentrate, that idea and feeling, that provides for us. That must become our focus. The more we condense and purify our intention, the greater the realization of, well, there it is. Well, here it is. I love being delightfully surprised, don't you? Sometimes it kind of almost gets past me. But wait. There it is. It almost went. And when something does show up, and it always does, be grateful. Be grateful. Neville Goddard on consciousness wrote, and I quote, "Your reality is built by your state of consciousness. Whatever state you consistently dwell in becomes the filter in which you see the world, and, more importantly, the mold that life uses to form your experience." Want that again? I do. Your reality is built by your state of consciousness. Whatever state you consistently dwell in becomes the filter in which you see the world, and more importantly, the mold that life uses to form your experience. And Science of Mind teaches us what we are grateful for magnifies. So there's that focus. There's that bringing it into focus and creating a larger picture, a larger view of it, expanding our individual consciousness. Well, this morning, you lucky things, you're invited into my most recent trip to Grateful. It consists of images and insights that demonstrate how to be in a more present mental atmosphere of awareness of an intention and being grateful. And it's interesting, as I've mentioned before from this place, that when my title shows up through me, that's part of my filter that I get to see life through and about to bring here. And so my title, How About an Upgrade, was very fitting for what you'll be seeing. So what is an upgrade? Here are a few synonyms: to boost, to enhance, to elevate, to lift, and to raise. Ready? Well, the trip to Grateful was Florida. And my everyday upgrade, James Babcock, it was his turn to choose where we'd go this year. And he chose Florida. I said, why? You've met my sister. Yeah, but I've not seen where she lives. There's that. Where does she live? Where do we live? It's very important. So it was important for us to go do that. And it was my opportunity to be in the consciousness of enhancement in that experience, because new eyes of where she lives. So we booked it. We made it okay with my sister. You know, she had to approve this too. And so as we were heading to the airport, James asked, where do you want to park? Probably the garage, right? I said, oh yeah. Last time I went down, it was full, all the way out to Neverland. It was just... So, but I love to park in the garage. I feel safe, I feel protected, and especially when returning to Sacramento at 10 p.m. at night. So, we pull up, and the parking garage is available. And voila. Now see? Yeah. Second floor. Easy walk to the gate. It was an upgrade, excuse me. It was an upgrade. And I was in gratitude. Well, from parking the car, going through security, you know, getting all the woohoo, frisking and stuff, to seated for breakfast took 30 minutes. I was grateful for that too. And then we got to have a magnificent breakfast. There we are. And not knocking any other kind of breakfast. I want to sit down to a breakfast. Don't I, Reverend Kathy? We've traveled together. I will eat, but first choice is an upgrade. Have someone serve. Who likes getting served breakfast? Oh, yeah, it's nice. Too much. That was good. And so, I was in gratitude. We had plenty of time, had a leisurely breakfast. And then so, once aloft, I said, I'll take the window seat this time. And enjoyed the aerodynamic feeling of the plane and all of that. And then, as having a window seat, I got to see this. Here it comes, here it comes. You lower the house lights, please. And what I want to point out to you is the magnificence of the view and that feeling of soaring and flying. And this, to me, is an upgrade. Viewing the magnificence that we're immersed in. And we tend to be Anyway, so I digress. So we arrived in good order, and I reiterate being, all about food and such. So my sister took us to a place just north of where she lives, and which I wanted James to experience too. In as much as we plan to go to Paris next year. This is a Parisian place in a little town called Brooksville, where they have the most beautiful crepes, and their decoration is just fantastic. Look at that. Get any ideas? Design team? What do you think, Kathy? But it's everywhere. There's beautiful stuff everywhere. And let's see, where am I? Okay. So then we swam, we visited. It was just a very leisurely time. And John Boyle, where are you? There you are. We talked about being relaxed, to savor, to enjoy, and all that's an upgrade to me. And then we went on a little tour of the coastline, the Gulf coastline, with my sister and with James. Who's that? Oh, there we are. And then the next one, I believe, where'd we go? Yep, my sister. Thank you. That was great. But again, we enjoyed it, and there was so much beauty around, the water, the clouds. And then one of my musts this time was to go on an airboat ride. Anyone ever done that? I said, I want to go fast, not a putt-putt. So for an hour and a half, we got to do this. This won't take an hour and a half, I promise. Again, the magnificence of the surroundings and the beauty of the water and the speed, and it was smooth. Upgrade. Part of our when we filter, we have to get fully into an experience or an idea, and so every day, we took a dip. That was the end of our. There we are. We took a dip. That's how we spent most every afternoon. And an upgrade. It's simple things, a bucket of water is an upgrade if you're hot, And then the next one is my Florida family. I was able to invite my nephew and his family from Tampa. And what I want to tell you about this is that his two beautiful children, the one on the right, Benji, he has Downs, and he has a bit of autism. Now, I don't know, it seemed to me there's percentages of all that when people experience all that. And the little, his younger sister, she doesn't get enough attention, she thinks. So I became a good observer. I watched how they managed their kids, and it was just such a loving thing. And before long, we were all in the pool, splashing and laughing and having a great time. But there's something about family. We're family here, And we do things together as a family. And I think that's so important as an upgrade to our spirit. Don't you? Yeah. So, the next slide, please. Now, this little dog is named Bucci. And my favorite word to use right now for an upgrade is bougie. So this is our upgrade companion on the way to the airport with an Uber driver. Isn't that cute? Cute little dog. I love the one ear up, like us. Are you curious? I'm curious. Show me how you love me. So all of this was a period of upgrade for me. Everywhere I looked, talking to my family, getting to know them better. I hadn't really spent much time with my nephew since I officiated their marriage in 2016. I mean, we had seen each other at functions, but to get a chance to go deep, to sit there and to feel, and little kids. That's why little kids. I'm bringing this for little kids here. Get the feeling of children, back into our community here. Be such an upgrade. Such an upgrade. Well, life is filled with so many opportunities to boost our good feeling aspects. Don't you think? I call them feel goods. Feel goods. And individual personal choice offers the rise. It offers the upgrade in awareness and then into each moment yet to be realized. The book for July and August is called Journey to True Self. And there are several in the bookstore if you choose to delve deeper. And I'm going to give you a little nugget here as part of my talk. And the author, Anne Dietly, writes in the chapter, We Transmit and Receive Energy. So this is the category. We transmit and receive energy. She writes, we generate life experiences that match the vibrational frequency of the energy we generate and radiate out from our own energy field. You can sit next to people and you can sense something. You may want to go like this, hi, or oh, maybe not. So there's an intuitive or a subjective a sense of someone's energy. So I know we've all felt that. So we refer to this experience of generating our experiences in this teaching is called the universal law of cause and effect. When applied to our life experiences, it brings understanding that the vibrational frequency of our thoughts, feelings, and beliefs is the cause of what we experience, the circumstances, the events, and the people we meet are the effect. Here we are. I love this. Think about this for a minute. You can't change the people around you, but you can change the people around you. You can change the people around you, but you can't change the people around you. But you can change the people around you. Next slide, please. Maturity means knowing when to walk away from people and situations that disturb your peace, compromise your self-respect, challenge your values, or diminish your self-worth. And that's an upgrade. And Buddhism reminds us, you are the greatest project you'll ever work on. restart, reset, refocus as many times as you need to. So, as my lesson nears conclusion, I would invite you to repeat something for yourselves. Repeat this after me. I concentrate my attention upon my intentions. Because I know the light of God surrounds me. The love of God enfolds me. The power of God protects me. Wherever I am, God is. And all is well. I gratefully accept the upgrades this life has for me. I gratefully accept the upgrades this life has for me in consciousness. Right here, right now, and so it is. Namaste. Let's welcome back. What? Let's see, Damien. What is your background? You have a nice